Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. And today I'm probably going to be looking in the viewfinder a lot more than usual. If you haven't watched my video yet, go watch it. I ended up cutting off essentially 12 inches of my hair and we are short. This is all my natural blonde hair. But yeah, so we have our self-tan, we have new hair, and so yeah, this will be my first makeup video with my new hair and I just can't stop looking at it. So today I thought would be a really fun day. Since we put some self-tan on, let's do a really fun natural glowy look. But we are gonna have a little battle with some e.l.f. primers. You guys know the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer has been a really big go-to primer of mine. If you haven't watched like almost all my videos, I tried this primer and it's so good. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I ended up getting a brand new one. And this is what it looks like on the inside, and you can just really, it's just like clay almost, real like putty. So we're gonna do this on one side of my face and then we're gonna do the matte putty primer on the other one. I am an oily girl. I live in Idaho and in the morning I'm super dry. I think water really just dries out my face. By the end of the day I sweat in weird random spots on my face, and so I wanted to try this matte putty primer. So this is what it looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and split the face with these primers and then do everything else the same. We're gonna do the matte putty primer on my left side, which might be the right side for you, and then we'll do the Poreless Putty Primer on my right side. So we'll go ahead and start with the matte. We're gonna apply it on my face. And if you haven't watched my videos, I always do my mascara first. So if you're wondering like why I have mascara on right now, today we decided to mix it up and do the Maybelline New York, the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express. I have used this years ago and I absolutely love this. Okay, so let's go ahead and start applying this primer. And I just kind of swirl my finger into it and then I apply it under the eyes. I get super weird, but I get oily on my eyelids, and today in Idaho and this week in Idaho is supposed to be like 100 degrees. So I should have did this during the week, but it's the weekend when I'm recording this. And so we're gonna apply this and I get super oily on my forehead, so I'm really gonna put it in my T-zone and then we'll see a difference by the end of the day if it's like really helping control my oil or if it's just another basic primer. And it feels the same. It almost, I'll have to feel both of them at the same time, but it almost feels the same texture as the Poreless Putty Primer. I'm very lightweight. I can barely feel it on my face, to be honest. Alright, so I have a very small layer. I didn't add too much, but I did put it all over the left side of my face, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the right side of my face with the Poreless Putty Primer. Yeah, this side is definitely thicker and more filling, and once it dries I'm curious to see if they feel the same of the texture, because I know the Poreless Putty Primer, it really makes your face super smooth. Alright, now we're gonna feel if there's a difference. This side just really feels like my face. I can still feel a little bit of texture. This other side definitely feels, the poreless side feels a little bit smoother. It's always so smooth. And then the other side just feels like a light layer and like a mattifying layer, I guess. I haven't tried too many different primers as some other people on YouTube, so this is just kind of my input on what I noticed from my experience. But yeah. So let's go ahead and get into some makeup. I have this big palette here. It has some makeup in it. This makeup I'm using is from Maskcara Beauty. It has some lip and cheeks, contours, and highlights. The highlight is actually my foundation color, so I'm going to be using my highlight from here. And then on the bottom I have some eyeshadows, illuminators, and bronzers. So we're going to go ahead and dip into the makeup, and I'm going to use this 30-second hack brush, also from Maskcara Beauty. The brushes from the same brand also seem to work out in your favor. Unless you have like your favorite brush, just go ahead and use that. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into this color. right here. This color is called Candlelit. I love this color on my face, and I'm just gonna go ahead and stipple it in and even out my skin tone, and I'll be right back. All right, we now have an even skin tone. It looks, oh my goodness. I haven't self-tanned in a while, so clearly in my viewfinder, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm a little pale, which is fine because we are totally going to bronze the face. And I'm going to dip into this contour color right here. This contour color is called Aspen, and it's just very light. And then I'm going to go ahead and contour my cheeks a little bit. Now I'm going to dive into one of these lip and cheek colors, and let's go ahead and use, I think this one's Plum. It's kind of have like a purple tint to it, so we're going to go ahead and apply this little purple thing right here. That was a lot. I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush. This is a buffing brush, and I'm going to go ahead and dip it in to this cream bronzer. Now I'm going to take my favorite powder at the moment. It's like $5, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder, and it's really, really big. And I'll just do what I normally would do, and we can test and see how the primers hold up. Now we're going to go ahead and do brows, which is, I haven't switched up my brow product. I love the thing. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil. This one is also in blonde, by the way. This is my natural blonde hair. Now we're going to take this BBF brush, Best Blend Forever brush. I think that's what it's called, right? And we're going to dig into this highlight. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. You guys have probably seen this before. Not very new, but it's a good one. Just takes 2 layers of this, and it's so good. I'm going to go ahead and dip into the bottom of my palette here and add some eyeshadow. So now we're going to go ahead and finish off with mascara. Like I said before, I already had mascara on, but now we have setting powder and we have eyeshadow on our lashes. And so that's going to really give something for our mascara to grab onto. I love how that turned out. I'll give you guys an update at the end of the day. I don't really have other plans. I think I'm just going to be filming today. So I'm not sure if I'll be outside, but regardless, my face does get pretty oily if I'm inside all day, just naturally. So I was Alright, so it is the end of the day. I was just filming another video, and I have been running around my bedroom doing a closet clean out today, and sorry for the glasses, it's like glare or whatever. So I just looked in the mirror, and you guys can't really tell, but I had the matte primer on this side and the Poreless Putty primer on this side. And I put the matte primer on first, and right here, I already wiped it away, but right here in the middle, I get pretty oily, and I just patted it with my finger. And my guess is from the Poreless primer, because I put it on second, and so the Poreless primer could have had that oiliness into it, but I don't see any oily spots at all on this side. I didn't really go outside at all today. We went and got coffee, but that was it. And then it is pretty comparing the sides, it's not that shiny, but if shinier on this side of like dewiness, of oiliness compared to the matte side. So I do have to say that the matte does a really good job, and I'm going to have to use that more often, but I think I might do the Poreless Putty primer on where my pores are and then do the rest of it with the matte primer. So I'm really impressed. I really like it. e.l.f. does a really amazing job, so I'm super happy. How long has it been? 7 o'clock. It's probably been like 7 or 8 hours, I guess it would probably be. So I just wanted to end this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you guys like these trial videos of me comparing products together. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.